I got it back now. Oh, she could? No. She's not.
She just wakes up one day and like shark game over.
Next month, I can't redo it. I'm getting it. Go.
The
Sneaking out.
Okay. We've had we're good?
Zola?
Yeah.
I don't care what pick her. Who else is coming with her?
It should just be her and her outside.
Okay, I'm taking note. Do you want to press with the ceremony or do you want everyone to come first?
We can go ahead and press in a second. Oh, hey, 215. We'll just go with 215.
Your records.
Oh. Thank you. I'm currently in the middle of trying to re-spam all these links. This looks like out 50 jillion times. Facebook's working then. It's active right now.
If I remember correctly, there's a t-shirt on top of that one of those things.
T-shirt up there?
Yeah.
My-
Did the alcohol. Fired it off.
If I wore my OCPs, I was gonna throw my boots up there. Then nobody would know. Yeah, because she has to. She's clearing out two of the. So we're still good for right now. It was good. Okay, still. Yep. All right, we're still good. We're good. Oh yes. And then Facebook as well. So. All right. As long as
We're somewhere absent.
14. Yeah, she hands it up all the time.
When her niece comes here, you want her to take
I mean, you got it. No. No. Okay, you get to go back. You get to go back.
I'm just walking around until it gets started.
So he's got that.
Does she have a cold? I'm like, oh, you can't.
No, that's the. Is it the harness?
Oh no, she gets all fluid buildup in the palm, so she's just always clearing that out because she's well.
Mate, do we have a blanket wrapper? Sweet. Yeah, that's sweet.
We emailed back and forth. It's like she was not doing this. Showing up in the summer,
So
they
as long as his thing doesn't die out, he should be fine. So just keep making sure that this is up. If we have to restart the stream, we'll restart the stream. Like you just you know how to do the up in YouTube Studio or no?
I've never done YouTube.
So if you end it, if you end it right now, you can just restart it. There's a few entries you got to put in. Live chat replay. Live chat replay. Streamers not for kids. Basic stuff like that. Put a generic title in there and just restart it. Most people are looking right now, so I don't have to reset them back out or whatever. And Facebook Live as well. So as long as both of these are going, I'm cool. If one of them drop and the other one stays up, I'm cool. If both of them drop, we got a problem.
So both of them drop.
Try and restart one of them. Yeah, just go in panic mode and calm it up like you know how we do.
So just keep kind of pinging between both applications and make sure they're not up.
Yeah. Because I got people on YouTube that are typing in and some people on Facebook typing in or whatever. So we'll see.
I didn't have to.
Or I'm just using this as a board.
Is you coming back over here?
After he does Usher, he'll be popping back.
Okay. And then we'll trade out.
Sure. Either or.
I'll be. Yes, sir. My pleasure. You're looking dapper.
Something like that.
The defect was.
I don't know the chat is mine. I need to look at my thing. Let's see.
Living like that. How you doing? We're just gonna make sure about the Where's it? 14. 14 there, and then we have another Facebook live stream going.
Please don't work through my shenanigans. Please don't sort through my shenanigans. I'm not responsible for it.
Okay. Seven.
Hey,
How you doing? You? Everything's going well. Sounds great.
It seems up here with all this stuff in there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our ceremony will begin momentarily. As a courtesy, please ensure all cell phones and electronic devices are turned off and placed on silent. I am Technical Sergeant Billy Hill, and I'm honored to be your narrator of today's ceremony. Today we gather to recognize Technical Sergeant Morris K. Robinson, who has faithfully and honorably served this country as a member of the United States Air Force for over 20 years. The presiding official of today's ceremony is Lieutenant Colonel Angelica Brizak. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party and the men standing for the posting of the colors and the playing of the national anthem.
Post the colors.
Color. Take fire. Put on. Set. Color. Hold. Present arms. Arms. Step.
Thank you, Team Shaw. Reverend David Montgomery, would you please come forward to deliver the communication?
Let us bow our heads as we look up to the Lord. God, grace and glory It is again that we pause to acknowledge in the mighty and magnificent name of Jesus. And to thank you for your continual presence with us. We gather in celebration of life, in celebration of Christ, in celebration of King, his service to country, his honorable commitment to duty, his courage, his perseverance that has brought him to this point, in this place in life, celebrating and preparing for his retirement from the United States of America Air Force. He has grown, he has fought, he has won the battles of doubt, discouragement, hindrances, trials, and tribulation, and has served his country, this nation, and his family honorably. God, we thank you. We thank you for your kind keeping of him as he served. Thank you for taking him around the world and back, over and over again. Thank you for his mom, his dad, grandmother, and those grandparents that have gone on home. Thank you for their support, their encouragement, their values on which Kendall stood and served. Thank you for his aunts, uncles, and other family members who have served this nation honorably and have been a good example. Thank you for family in every capacity of support and encouragement that they have rendered out to Kendall. So God, I commend him to your hand and your care to keep him and his family, order his steps, and bless him abundantly and above as he moves forward to the next phase of life and living. God, we do thank you for bringing him thus far along the way. Continue to walk with him, watch over and keep him. God, remember us one by one, name by name. Remember this country, remember this nation, God. Smile on us, shine light in the midst of us, and lead and guide us in the paths and the directions that you have us to go. And we ask all these blessings in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Montgomery. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We would like to begin today with a warm welcome for our special guests. Joining us today is Technical Sergeant Robinson's wife, Linda A. Robinson, daughter, Courtney Joyce, his grandmother, Dorothy Hopkins, his mother, Jennifer Robinson, his father, Alonzo Robinson, his mother-in-law, Corey Peterson, and other family members in attendance. We would also like to acknowledge all technical service family, Robinson's family, and friends from across the Air Force around the globe. Thank you all so much for being here today. At this time, I would like to welcome the 20th Communications Squad leadership, Acting Senior Enlisted Leader, Master Sergeant Shane Flock. Deputy Director, Mr. Robert Wood. And First Sergeant, Master Sergeant Wesley Boudreaux. We would like to recognize our distinguished visitor, Senior Enlisted Leader, 5th Combat Communications Group, Chief Master Sergeant Douglas Sorsett. We would also like to welcome all members of Team Shaw and proud members of the 20th Communications Squad. You will all witness the time-honored military tradition, the retirement ceremony. Leadership, the word, and its principles are emphasized from the first moment we wear our Air Force relief Effective leadership is an art. The legacy we honor today is not only leadership, but leadership by example. A strong mission focus tempered by care for the troops. As Lieutenant Colonel Marizia reflects upon the career of Technical Sergeant Robinson, many of us will reflect on how leadership made a difference in our lives, just as surely as it's made a difference in the security of our great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the presiding official for today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel Angelica Hruziak, Commander, Joint Communications Squadron. Command the floor is yours.
So before we begin, let's give a round to all of Sergeant Robinson's family members. Good afternoon, everyone. Family, friends, coworkers, thank you for joining us today. Your love and support throughout the years is part of the reason you're here today. Norris, today is for you and for your family. We're going to celebrate 20 years of service, sacrifice, and perseverance. I hope you take a second to pause, Norris. This is your last day on active duty, so take the time you need today and let's make it memorable. I would like to first give honor to your wife, Linda, and your daughter, Courtney. Your service and sacrifice is real and valuable. You are and always will be proud members of our Air Force family. So allow me to say thank you. To all of Team Robinson's extended family members, mother, father, grandmother, uncles, aunts, cousins, in-laws, Count and Corey Petersons. Thank you for your relentless love and support to your son, brother, uncle, nephew. So now I get to talk about Sergeant Robinson, but before that, let's talk about what was happening in the year 2003, where it all started. The average cost of a new home was $189,000. The average cost of gas was $1.50. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the Raiders by 48-21 in the Super Bowl. And the Florida Marlins punished the New York Yankees in the World Series. By the way, where were your Carolina Panthers at? Also, later that year, a coalition of countries led by the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia led an invasion of Iraq beginning on March 20th, warning that Iraq had been operating a program to develop weapons of mass destruction. Despite this, Norris still raised his hand to take an oath, and for 20 years, he never gave up. After reviewing his record several times to prepare for this, the one theme that echoes time and time again is perseverance. You don't get to 20 years without grit and perseverance. In the big picture, Sergeant Robinson is a defender of the Constitution and servant leader. To lead, you must have followers. In order to inspire followers, you have to treat others with respect, allow integrity to rise as the defining and enduring force in life, be optimistic, and deliver results. Sergeant Robinson did all of that and is leaving behind a legacy of devotion. This legacy is felt across several to include squadrons at Hill Air Force Base, Osan and Misawa Air Base, Langley Air Force Base, and especially here in the 20th Communications Squadron. Let's back it up to the beginning of his career. Airman First Class Robinson's first assignment was the 729th Air Patrol Squadron, Hill Air Force Base, Utah, where he provided the Theater Air Force Commander a rapid, mobile reaction control system and a controlled reporting center during worldwide contingencies. His next assignment would take him to a one-year remote tour to the 51st Communications Squadron, Osan Air Base, Republic of Korea. During this time, he enabled 7th Air Force air operations in the 51st Fighter Wing and Team Osan operations to defend the base, execute contingency operations, and sustain the force through secure, reliable, and mission-ready cyberspace capabilities. Next, Senior Aaron Robinson's next assignment was to the 373rd Support Squadron of Sal Air Base, Japan, where he enabled time-critical combat intelligence to the United States Theater Battle Commanders, unified and specified commands, as well as national and Department of Defense leadership. After 3 years, Staff Sergeant Robinson returned to Korea, serving at the 607th Support Squadron, Osan Air Base, Republic of Korea, his favorite assignment. There, he synchronized all domain effects by providing the right information to the right people at the right time in order to achieve decision superiority. After serving 6 years, he returned back to the United States, working at the 633rd Communications Squadron, Joint Base Eustis, Virginia. There, he provided full spectrum communications, supporting worldwide warfighting missions. Technical Sergeant Robinson received his last assignment to the 20th Communications Squadron, Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina. Here, he delivers full spectrum cyberspace capabilities to Team Shaw and combatant commanders to defeat and deter adversaries. He also served on 2 deployments in support of Operation Inherent Control. He has 20 years and some change, 6 assignments, 2 deployments, a record full of stories and accomplishments. To everyone in this room, make him tell you about it. Sergeant Robinson, share your story with your friend. He showed up every day, not only in body, but in mind and spirit, to face the circumstances put before him, no matter how difficult or easy they were. In spite of various adversities he faced throughout his career, Sergeant Robinson persevered with grit and became a better leader and man because of it. After all of this, if you still don't know who George Robinson is, I'm about to share a few other personal information, awesome qualities that we're going to visit on him. He's a comedian. He knows how to make people laugh and bring light to any situation by making it funny. He also loves sour candies. Just learn this. So I went to the store and like tried to sour candy. Sergeant Robinson is a big brain, an engineer. Between Sergeant Tuttle and Sergeant Robinson, they were the primary individuals that architect Shaw Air Force Base's improved network infrastructure. That took a lot of work. Sergeant Robinson, you left this unit with me and Air Force Veterans Family. There are a lot of other significant achievements you delivered while stationed here. In a moment, we're about to present your retirement medal. So please pay close attention to the various accomplishments Sergeant Robinson delivered while serving and representing the 20th Fighter Wing. To sum it all up, you have fought the good fight. Your Air Force appreciates all of this time and the legacy of devotion you left behind. Thank you, Doris, from the Cyber Eagles, the United States Air Force, and our nation. Now, let's make it official.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Reese. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the retirement declaration of Sergeant Robinson. This is to certify that Air State's Foundation Medal, first award, has been awarded to Technical Sergeant Boris A. Robinson for meritorious service in 19 November 2020 to 29 February 2024. Technical Sergeant Boris A. Robinson distinguished himself on meritorious service as a project manager, 20 communications pattern, 20 mission support, 25 years Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. During this period, Sergeant Robinson exported 26 personnel, overseeing Shaw's $1.6 billion network infrastructure. His efforts led to the funding installation of $17 billion of network equipment, which alleviated a single point of failure for 5 missions across Team Shaw and enabled over 4,000 local combat stations. Additionally, he joined the 7-man team to close out the radar expansion project, which brought along F-16 training capabilities and fueled 1,000 soldiers. Further, while the program support population health is up, PSQ 286 communication requirements to include the first stand-up of telecommunication health services in the area. Thus ensuring secure provider patient communications and expedited mental health readiness of 12,500 Norwegian. Finally, he augmented the first servant with safety and security of 120 his membership garnered the unit 3 as he award. His dedication is key to the squadron awarding a number of Air Force unit award. The distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Robinson culminate a distinctive career in service and of this country and reflect credit on himself and the United States Air Force. Please remain standing for the giving of the time. Special Order AC TAC 005210, Technical Sergeant Morris Kendall Robinson, effective 29 February 2024. You are relieved from active duty. 20th Communications Order, Charlotte Air Force Base, South Carolina. Per AFI 36-3203, in the grade of Technical Sergeant. Your active duty service for retirement is 20 years, 8 months, and 7 days, by order of the Secretary of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Lieutenant Colonel Kuziak will now present Technical Sergeant Robinson his official certificate of retirement, which reads, this is to certify that Technical Sergeant Morris K. Robinson, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on this first day of March 2024. Signed Christopher R. Smith, Colonel of the 20th Fire Brigade, and Charles Q. Brown, General, Chief of Staff. Lieutenant Colonel Kuziak will now present Technical Sergeant Robinson with the Presidential Certificate of Appreciation. It reads, Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Technical Sergeant Morris K. Robinson, I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. I trust that in the coming years you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you served. Those who follow your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for your happiness and success in the future. Signed, Commander-in-Chief. Also being presented is a certificate of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. It reads, Technical Sergeant Morris K. Robinson, I am proud to join your friends and family in congratulating you on your retirement from the United States Air Force. The achievements and contributions you have made throughout your career are indicative of the core values of your great service. Your retirement is well deserved, but your selfless contribution will be sorely missed. On behalf of all airmen, thank you for your faithful and devoted service for our nation. As this chapter of your life closes and a new one begins, I hope the years ahead are filled with more great memories and continued success. Signed, Joanne S. Bass, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Additionally, we have a letter from the commander of the 20th Fire Brigade, Technical Sergeant Robinson, which reads as follows. Dear Technical Sergeant Robinson, congratulations to you and your family on the occasion of your retirement from the Air Force. Retirement is an exciting and special milestone as a significant chapter of your life comes to a close. Although you will no longer be wearing an Air Force uniform to work every day, know that you will always be a member of our Air Force family. Reflect proudly on many moments and accomplishments that you have achieved in your 20-year career. You have truly made a difference in our Air Force and positively affected the lives of airmen and families here at Shaw Air Force Base. Your professional dedication, integrity, and leadership have served as examples to us all. As you move to a new beginning, please accept our thanks for the job well done. On behalf of the United States Air Force and the 20th Fighter Wing, we bid you farewell. Our best wishes to you as you begin the next exciting chapter in your life. Sincerely, Christopher R. Smith, United States Air Force. Every retiree receives a special retirement component as a memento of their active duty service. At this time, I would like to ask Technical Sergeant Robinson's wife, Linda, and daughter, Courtney, to please come up front and fasten their retirement pin to Technical Sergeant Robinson's lapel and remain upright. If one word adequately describes what this pin represents, it would be sacrifice. It represents not only Technical Sergeant Robinson's sacrifice and honorable service with the Air Force, but also the sacrifice of his extended family and the civilian community he's defended and now embraces. A family who has been and will be a constant in both old and new order things. Who more appropriate to the honor of pinning this distinct symbol of sacrifice than Technical Sergeant Robinson. Thank you, Mr. Robinson and Courtney. Would you both please remain in the front with your husband and father? We all have Courtney support our family as to our military careers. Therefore, the United States Air Force wishes to formally recognize Mrs. Robinson for her contributions to the success of her spouse's career. Mrs. Robinson is receiving the certificate of appreciation from the 20th Fighter Wing Commander and the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, which reads, in grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents the certificate of recognition to Linda A. Robinson for the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impacts to the nation's defense. Thank you for your support, which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service. Given the first day of February 2024, signed Christopher R. Smith, Colonel, Commander of the 20th Fighter Wing, and Charles V. Brown, General Chief of Staff. Additionally, she is receiving a letter from the commander of the 20th Fighter Wing, which reads, Dear Mrs. Robinson, the 20th Fighter Wing is extremely proud to acknowledge Doris's 20 years of devoted service, and we pay our tribute for all it represents. His outstanding professionalism and service have been invaluable to our nation's defense, the Air Force, and to the men and women of Shaw Air Force Base. His patriotic example to our local neighbors has further strengthened the outstanding bond we have with the community. We are very aware that one individual cannot succeed alone. It takes teamwork. Your support, sacrifice, encouragement, and participation have been essential to your success. We know that you are justly proud of all that he has achieved, and we thank you for your important contributions. We wish you all the best. Sincerely, Christopher R. Smith. Technical Sergeant is receiving a certificate of appreciation from the 20th Fireman Commanders. The certificate reads, Certificate of Appreciation to Courtney L. Forrest for her dedication, commitment, and numerous sacrifices that allowed her father to serve faithfully in support of our nation's defense. On behalf of the entire Air Force and the people of this nation, thank you for providing strength and purpose to your father's service. In grateful appreciation, on behalf of the United States Air Force, signed, Mr. R. Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to pay a special honor to Lieutenant Colonel Robinson, who after 20 years of devoted service leaves behind a legacy. Lieutenant Colonel Robinson, from the men and women of the United States Air Force, we will honor your career with a flag bearing ceremony. The detail is comprised of the members assigned to the Training Communications Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. For more than 200 years, the American flag has been a symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. For on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States would be 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white. And that the union of the 13 stars, the union be 13 stars, white and a blue field representing the Constitution. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor, white signifies purity and innocence, and blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally, a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the stars and stripes waving after the British bombing shelling at Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words to the Star Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies in constellations around of Air Force satellites that circle our globe on the thin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on the United States Air Force, nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. In 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue to fight for our freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, women have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict on lands and skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we as Americans hold today. The United States flag represents who we are and stands for the freedom we all share, the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope, one and all. Long may it live. Thank you, Senior Rosneck and Senior Willows. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present to you Technical Sergeant Morris K. Robinson, United States Air Force, retired.
So we're going live, that's really not that many people in here. There's a very big echo on, like, all the calls, and thank y'all for that. Warming our own calls. I got it. That's the first. Let's start off with thanking everybody that could be here. Thank y'all for all showing up. Thank you for all the folks that set this up. Ms. Logan, Lieutenant Porter. Like, this doesn't happen without Lieutenant Porter actually kicking me in my butt and saying, hey, you only get one shot at this, and you got your family around you, why aren't you going to do it? And I basically told her, hey, I just want to ride off to the sunset. And she was like, no, you want to do it. And I was like, all right. So I apologize for being difficult for y'all. Like, y'all gonna hear all the phrase like me like it a lot in this. But thank y'all for having patience with me to set this up. To I'm going in reverse to the people that are here. So, Black Foley, Bosniak, Williams, thank y'all. Thank y'all for the outstanding presentation, man. Like, great. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. To my ushers, Clark, Thor, LaFay, Subdue, thank y'all, man. Like, y'all are the future of the Air Force. Whoever decides to stay in, stays in. Whoever decides to get out, get out. I'm not gonna give y'all four y'all are standing here. Just with Williams and Bosniak, man, y'all are kicking ass, and I enjoy having worked with y'all. Aaron Jones, aka 1/3 of my younglings with the Hall of Fame board. So, quick story with this one. I'm sitting there as NCOIC of infrastructure one day, and I see 3 isometers come down the pipe for 3 pipeline. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Who we got coming in? Oh, these 3 here. How old are they? So I find out that none of them were born before I graduated high school. 2 of them were born for 9/11. One of them was younger than my mom, and one of them was younger than my daughter. So that pretty much told me, hey, it's time for you to go ahead and start planning your sunset. You reach that age. But thank you. You don't take latitudes well. I know that for a fact. But thank you for doing this for me. Thank you for keeping the faith in check. And I know that you have great things in your future. Just keep striving. Start really here. So everybody that knows me knows like my leadership style is put you in front, make you learn. So me and him have been through some battles, some wars, some knockdown, dragouts, trying to keep this basic flow with this network and everything, and trying to keep A, customers happy, and B, the commander not getting fired. So, dude, I thank you for doing this. Me and him were I do they're still doing first artist together as well. He should have been doing first artist as long as he did it between one and over the past year. But, both of us have been each other's shoulder to lean on inside the Air Force, and thank you for doing that. Colonel Rizzi. So I'll keep this one short. So Colonel Stewart's walking out the door, and the commander comes in, like, hey, that's cool. Walking through building 160, one of our offices one day, and I just happened to be walking through it, and I see Lieutenant Colonel walking through. All right. Most of the time they don't walk everywhere for no reason, so thinking they're coming to get their computer or something. Then I realized, I remember that our commander had a H last name, and it's 9 letters long, it's really hard to pronounce. They nicknamed her Hawk. And I looked down at her name tag and was like, oh, okay. Did not realize that you were commander. So when the main thing that I realized about her is it wasn't the height caught me off guard, but as soon as I got past that, it was the stature and her presence. So a lot of you young airmen don't know yet, and a lot of the junior NCOs don't understand yet. But a lot of the communication that you see between your leadership team, the commander, like everybody being open, transparent, explaining to you why your job is important, what's the direction forward, that is not the norm. Y'all take that lesson forward, and it starts up top and it starts with Louisiana. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to the unit. I told you this straight to your face. Like, we were barely keeping the ship afloat. You and the leadership team, Senior Orlando, hopefully you were able to see this, Sergeant Tuttle, like Mr. Brew, like everyone worked their butts off to progress instead of us having to be in a reactive, trying to keep everything fixed status of and move us forward to how do we make this, improve this, and make this better for the Air Force going forward, and not just Air Force in general, but Shaw Air Force Base overall. Man, I appreciate you for that. You basically articulated up to leadership all the points we had. So, to my family, Reverend Montgomery, thank you. That's it. Full stop.
very few people in my life have been a positive role model, but to be a man and a father is like, I failed a lot of those respects, but at the very least, I can say that I had a positive influence to be able to show you the right way, and at least not completely perpetrate what I tried to say. Ms. Nicole Harris, thank you for always being there when I couldn't find anybody else to write the complaint and fuss at. When I tell you you're my spiritual advisor, I'm not kidding. Most people know me as not the most religious person in the world, but she knows how to talk to me to actually speak to who I am at my core, independent of religion. Me and her have these long drawn out sessions on this stuff, but thank you. So, to my grandmother, there have been many times where you have sat there and you wanted to fuss me out because I was spending 5 minutes at your house since I got here. But the times that you have helped me when I really needed help, when I didn't have an answer to go, thank you. Y'all too guys. Corey, Zola, thank y'all for being my sisters from a different family. Thank y'all for expanding my family. I wish Anthony could have been here. Anthony is my brother-in-law. I wish my brothers and sisters could have been here, but life is no life from time to time. So at the end of the day, my family is my family. They have my back as much as I have theirs. I appreciate them for expanding, bringing more kids into my life to where I can grow up and make a difference than what you asked me. So, yeah, I see you up there. You want to sit there and start fussing, sorry. Unfortunately, my father-in-law couldn't make it, but between him and my mother-in-law, Kim, like, thank y'all for taking me in like I'm your own child. Like, one of the main things in my life has been trying to find as many differences as possible. That's been possible to be able to reinforce me to be able to get through the things that I get through. And you know, this again, I've been one of the strongest lessons that I don't want to go. And all right. So to the elephant in the room, why do I bring it up? So before I get to Courtney and Linda, why do I bring it up? So my dog, we got our dog in 2013 when we were at Elsa. We wanted to try and teach Courtney, 2012 when we were at Elsa, we tried to teach Courtney some responsibility and such. And when people say like the Air Force is a giant family, like we rescued her on base from the on base thing, so she is as much in this Air Force family as possible, as we are here. That's why, like, she may be barking, coughing or whatever she feels like coughing today, but that dog has been through a lot. Has been through a 17 hours of flying from Korea back over to Langley, and all she did was get out of the cage and kind of smile at me. And I was like, all right, cool, dog, we got this. So she's been through 2 deployments. She's gone through a lot of stress and strain over the years, but she's still sitting here at 14 years old and still running to be around her family. So you know what? She's all right. Now that I've pulled myself in, got myself ready for this one. According to the neighborhoods, the forest is only a dawn. A monitor that we have. I wish I could have done it. All right, office rules on. The reason I was on ended up being my favorite assignment is not because I spent 6 years over there just playing and stuff. The main thing was it gave me the opportunity to give my family the thing that they needed and wanted, which was the ability to spend time. The ability to spend time with their other side of the family on the side. In those 6 years, I saw Courtney grow from a hard-headed youngster who didn't want to clean the room and all that other stuff, to a hard-headed teenager who didn't want to clean the room and all that other stuff. But along the way, I didn't realize, and I'm going to mention this later, how much you imprint on me. Courtney, you might know, like, it gets no easier than that. Like, we've been through ups and downs as a family, and you have fought through it with grit, you have fought through it with perseverance, you have fought through it with the maturity of somebody who is 2 times your age. I appreciate you, the hard work and everything. I took you away from your high school. You will never let me let that down. But at the end of it all, I appreciate you, I love you, and I love the woman that you have become. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Oh yeah, other stuff. I can't say this. So, for the first 3 months I mentioned, my mom, my mother-in-law, and my daughter. I got y'all something else. Alright, so luckily I got the waterworks up and I can work this one. For 20 years, even before I joined Linda has been, Linda and Courtney have been involved. The Courtney was really running into doors that we had. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. But me and Linda first met when we were working at Forecast PS. She did not like me then. I don't think she likes me now. But in between then and now has been a lot of roller coaster rides and a lot of other stuff that's not going to be mentioned in this film. But at the end of the day, like, I know at the end all be all, if I ever needed somebody to love me or appreciate me more, I don't become the man I am. I don't see 20 years without her. I don't grow without her. Her patience with me as a person has been astronomical. I don't have anything more. I don't know any more words or things that I can say that will get across my point to her. But just know that, we've been through a lot. We've been even she came to visit me when I was in Utah, and that was the first 2 weeks that she went. And ever since, we got engaged there, and ever since then, it's just been, we ride together, we die. You stuck with me. Independent of whatever this world has, whatever time has for us, and whatever this world has for us, you're stuck with me. So, a little token of appreciation for me. So, to the men and women of the 20th Communications Club, actually, before I'd like to thank some of my guests that have come here today. Chief Master first up, thank you. Me and Dougie have known each other for 18 years now. Because we met each other when I first got to Hill. He was there when Master Sergeant retired, Tommy Hitchin busted my head a couple times on simple and stupid shit. All these we are at that point of proceedings where, as I say, parental advisory, there will be some adjustment. So, to see you, because I knew you were going to make this, but to see the rise that you have, and not just you, but all the area that was with us, Seton Road, all of those guys has to be a brand, but are still pursuing and pushing through this Air Force thing. Dude, it's a blessing to see y'all actually keep going. Like, especially after 20. This stuff's rough, man, and you have to want to be able to go past that time. Dude, you work hard, you kick ass. I'll tell you some other stuff on the side because I'm a person. But I'm glad to see that you made it to at the very least group superintendent over at Comic-Con. You were born for this XCOM thing. Me and you had like literal teams messages about how this whole NCAA thing was going to go out. Like, I told you it was going to be bad. I told you, but you didn't want to listen. I was just doing this XCOM. Nah. But thank you for coming out here. The two retired senior master sergeants in a row. Adam Gomez, thank you, man. Like, I don't make it out of my without you. Full stop. To Senior Gomez, thank you for coming. Between you and Captain Harlan, who may or may not have left out already, it was fun seeing y'all two struggle in SEL while I was in SEX for my weight limit, even though y'all tried to pull me over there as much as possible. Thank y'all. Thank you too, because you two started the whole ball. Like, you may not realize a lot of the stuff that the squad is doing right now was a lot of the hard work that you two put in before we deployed. Like, between y'all, telling everybody, like, we set, there was a total set before we heard Louisiana got here that we could run, that they could run. Good. All right, now to the communication squad. All right, so I'm gonna start with that with these guys in the back because nobody really sees what they do, nobody knows what they do, this base doesn't really care what you do until stuff goes down. So, you and your team, man, between me, Gordon, Matteo, and like all the turnover from the core, like Jordan, like all the cores that come in, all the project managers you see come in and out, man, the fact that y'all still come in here, just follow y'all face and deal with the tug and toil of this whole base and just do it, man, I'm proud to have served y'all, man. Like, I'll see y'all in that stuff. I'll go back to the SCX team real quick, because I'll go back to SCL in a second. SCX, especially a lot of people in the faces that come in, work hard, push hard, stable, help keep this thing stable. I know there was a lot of turmoil over the last year, especially with like a lot of continuity going away. So thank you for coming in and just trying to learn as much as you can, as fast as you can, especially for being and like trying to understand a lot of this stuff, especially when it's constant, like a lot of the kind of stuff that you guys don't understand. I appreciate your positive attitude to a lot of stuff because yeah, I may be the comedian, but I'm not also always the most positive person. So thank you for your leadership that you came in. You started fly, like I appreciate y'all more than y'all to recognize and realize. That goes for the team to my plans team, thank y'all. Yes, I include you too, Paul. Thank y'all for putting up with me, especially when I came in thinking I knew everything. Y'all listened with open ears, corrected me when I needed to be corrected, told me to my face when I was wrong, and I justified as necessary. So thank y'all for being open and honest with all that feedback. Keep that going, especially with y'all that have master target coming down the pipe. Open, clear communication will be necessary. To SEL, good luck. No, I'm done. To the various SEL black members that go past the world from time to time. Thank y'all for at least fighting to keep this thing running. at least helping keep the lights on. Yes, that includes Captain Rich, even though he just says everyone's all the time. Yes, that includes Captain Dowsey, who kept, was probably the smartest person in the room 99.9% of the time. Captain Byron, Captain Hyde, who is now, yes, thank y'all for having an unbelievable task of having to snap at a moment's notice to be able to make things happen. To the airmen, learn, listen, take initiative to understand this air force. A lot of the answers are already there. Most of the time, it ain't guys. A lot of times, it's a matter of not necessarily taking the no, taking the answer and saying no, but sometimes you just got to do a little bit of love work to get. Understanding that it's not always going to be your fault. Understanding that it's not always going to be easy. This whole Air Force thing is going to change in 3 years. It changed in 3 years. So be prepared, be resilient, and especially if you're planning to stick this thing out for 17, 18, 19 more years, you're going to be prepared for that for that push. You won't be able to make it through this if you think it's going to be done. You have to be flexible. It's a real thing. We'll talk about it. So, I think I thanked most of you. Also to my friends and family that weren't able to be here, Mahali, Irving, Smith, Inline, so many different people have come here, especially here at Shaw, and just been so ready to just get stuff done. Have been able to take a lot of the work on your shoulders and just be able to say, hey, we know this ain't the thing we want to do, but we're going to get it done because this is the thing that the mission requires of us. We've heard y'all. We've heard the complaints. We heard, hey, the bases got X amount of things that we go off the network. It's been, what I told y'all before was, it's a process that will take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Luckily, we might see a light at the end of the tunnel, and that is because of a lot of the hard work, not just at this base, but bases all over for the comm community, for the folks that are sitting here getting pushed and pulled and tugged every which direction, but still know that they got to keep that network up, or that long, or that data link up, or all these different things because the mission has to happen. I thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all for following my heart for concern with y'all. So, quick stories. So, bringing up the other elephant in the room. Why did I stagger the seats? So, if anybody knows the modern Air Force is on, the modern Air Force, the seats are set up to kind of mimic that. There are 6 domains in the Air Force modern. But the main reason I did that was not just because of those 6 domains, but because of the 3 diamonds at the bottom of that symbol. Those 3 diamonds represent our core values: integrity first, service before self, and excellence long. Integrity first is one of those values that you don't really realize that it's not as simple as you think. Yeah, if you look at my records, you realize that the class was so but you realize at the end of it all is, and thank you again, Master Sergeant, we have to write this stuff based on documentation, so now we can just have it. Integrity first is not just about honesty, it's about having the guts to be able to say that you were wrong, understanding that you were wrong, and then fixing the wrong. Understanding that there's a right way to do things, and sometimes there's an easy way to do things, and the right way may take you a little bit longer, but it'll save you a bunch of pain on the backside because something's going to break because of that easy fix. Integrity first is there to ensure that the trust of the Americans in the United States Air Force and the DOD at large does not get wasted. So, for my airmen, Big A Airmen, all the way down to my joint partners, to everyone that represents the United States government at any capacity, understand integrity first must be core to everything that you do. Service before self was a really tricky one for me to learn. This one took me 20 years to figure. So I always thought it was mission first, and then you figure it out for yourself later on. That is not the case. Service before self is basically is another way of saying needs before things. That doesn't mean take your personal needs and push them to the side for the sake of the mission, or for the sake of this thing or that thing. If you feel there is a need that your back is hurting, go to the doctor. If you feel there is a need that you have been feeling down by something, go get seen. Take the time to work on yourself. Not just in the capacity of fixing something, but improving yourself as well. Service before self will always be the individual services that you can provide come before your individual wants and desires. Always put your service towards not just this nation, but to your family, to whoever you value, to whatever is core to you. Spend that service fixing that and working on that before you decide to put your own selfish things in place. I had to learn that lesson a couple times this week, so I'm not going to get in depth about the people I talk to. I'm not going to apologize about that. Lastly, is excellence in all you do. Colonel Marizia was nice enough not to tell y'all what she read about it, so I'll give you a real quick rundown. It was 2 15s, a bunch of LOR, a couple of LORs, a bunch of LOCs, mostly for PT stuff. Sometimes for lying being mad, sometimes for getting angry, sometimes for lying. It happens. Especially when you're a young man and still trying to figure out your life and figure out how this whole thing is supposed to work. Sometimes that happens. But if you give 100% of yourself to what you're doing, that is where excellence lies. Sometimes you won't miss the mark. It just happens. But if you take that freedom of excellence in what you're doing, always try to strive for excellence. Sometimes you can get to good. And that is more than enough sometimes. If that is where you fall, that's where you fall. If you gave 100%, you did not get to excellence. It happens. If you gave 90, you didn't get to excellence, go back and try. A lot of the airmen I work with understand those particular things because I drill them into their head. But not necessarily in the way they normally would think after a certain I say things like, words mean things. Or what does this acronym stand for? What does this acronym really stand for? I need you to read it and understand what you're actually looking into. Because the answer you're looking for lies within all this stuff. Jones can tell you how many times I've actually sat there and told her, the younger airman, I'm not going to give you the answer. I know the answer. I need you to give me an answer that you thought about first before I decide to go direction. I need to know your brain. A lot of that comes down from not just the Air Force stuff, but a lot of my upbringings. My mother and father, instilled in us, instilled in me and my brother, working at the data center. Give us a lawnmower, we'll figure out a way. That's all it is. we haven't had the easiest road down this. Sometimes it takes both sides to learn how to actually talk to each other to be able to move forward. My dad has owned his own business for 30 years. I never appreciated that until I was 27 and understood what that meant. He's taught us this, like, he taught us things even though he didn't realize he was teaching us things. And when I sit back and look at his career, I realized that all that perseverance and grit that Colonel Brazil spoke about, that came from him. That came from the things that he still doing. And this all the time I take pride for myself. Go ahead and catch it. With that being said, my dad's my body, my mom's my body. Yeah, my mom's going to get over it. Here I've had the best time over these past few years. I'm trying to correct a lot of that stuff, especially with spending time with her, grandkids, and all that other fun stuff. Hopefully, Mom, like, you took me to MEPS June 23rd, 2003. Not knowing what the heck was going to happen with us. You dropped me off to that. You dropped me off to that old right now days in, and you didn't know who I was going to do when I came back. Over the years, I've seen you change, I've seen you change. But here we are 20 years later, stronger people like this. Hopefully we can move forward and rebuild the family structure that we have. Recently, I saw something that came from YouTube women's basketball head coach that said, and I'm paraphrasing here because they didn't recommend it. Be better at handling conflict. Stop looking for things to be easy. Stop looking for life to be easy. Get better at handling conflict. Because as you get older, as you grow up, as you become more stable in your life, more things will be pushed on you because you show the capacity to handle. Yes, that means at work too. Sometimes it's unfair, but it sucks as work. That's what you get for being. Be comfortable and continue to improve yourself to be and if you need to take a knee, take a knee. Life does not get harder as you get, life does not get easier as you get older. Most of the time it gets harder. So you have to learn to be better at it. One quick story from anime that I want to learn. So anyone that's watched anime Naruto knows the story. There was a son and a father. They are playing with shogi, which is the Japanese version of chess. The father is trying to instill in the son and get him to understand that not every piece is finished. He asked him a simple question. What is your key? The son seems perplexed, like my king is right here, it's a piece on the board. And then the father promptly knows the game and says, hey, when you figure that out, come back and talk. At the end of it all, what the young man figured out was the king he was supposed to be representing, what he figured out what his village was trying to instill was that the young people are the king. They're the thing that you protect. They're the thing that will push this life forward forever. So, I ask you all, what is your king? For me, I resonated with that answer of the future. The past is the past. I am grateful for my family members that are coming on. The present, I try my hardest to keep pushing and protecting and steadying up and stabilizing for the future, which you can see here represented in some of my nieces, nephews, and cousins. Lastly, in comments, most people that know me know I'm a Giants fireman fan. The one phrase that always gets lost on everybody is with great power comes great responsibility. For my NCOs specifically, and senior NCOs, many of you don't understand the power that you wield and the capability that you have. There's a reason why I was able to stand in the rooms that I was able to stand in. A lot of it was because I was a smart ass. But most of it was because I was able to shoot straight. I get smart on a topic and tell them this is where you fit. And most of them appreciate it. For the Lord, I appreciate you. Me and you, man, is not going to try out, sir. But you never once came at me with your rank. You always listened to what I had to say. And with that being said, know how to. Sometimes it's not a matter of what you say, it's a matter of how you say it. Sometimes you want to be wrong. Sometimes they're going to be wrong. But if they're not willing to listen to you be right, what's the purpose of you talking? Learn how to talk to people and get them to understand that you are doing what's best for them. And once you get that buy-in, you can basically say, hey, this is why you're doing this wrong, or how you're doing this wrong. That was right. I wrap this up with saying 20 years are coming on. I just turned 40 and came over for like 3 days ago. There's a lot of love that was shown for me in this room, a lot of love shown for me on the live stream. I appreciate every single one, everyone that has done anything for me in this life. Like, even if you gave advice that I didn't listen to, it went in one ear and came out the other, and I kept bits and pieces, but I'm still working. Hopefully, over the next years, y'all see a better version of me. In part, not just because the Air Force is instilling things into me, but because of my family, friends, co-workers that have imprinted on me. Not just the evolution of my hard work ethic, but the tempering of my temperament to be able to actually listen to what people say and help them get through it. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, obviously for those that celebrate. Happy New Year. I wish to see y'all all in 2024. Right, I wish to tell us so we can get back to it because I got to make some money. We got this bad. So, thank you all again for coming. I think I got around 35 minutes, so I might hit 40 minutes. Thank you. I'm so gracious to you all.
We are extremely proud of America to have served you. We thank you for everything and wish you and your family Godspeed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for this very special occasion. I ask you to please rise and sing the Air Force song and the departure of the official flight. President Technical Service Robinson, and Ms. Gavin at the back for refreshments immediately following the ceremony. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in IT, so if you don't want to be in IT, so you got project managers and all the other stuff.
I just surround myself with that. Wait a minute. That close. I don't. Yeah, I have, but I love and I love just I don't even know.
Sam, how are you?
Run those lines.
I was going to mention something. So originally, I was going to have a date. It's I'm really you know, please.
Yeah, man, I wanted to, but I thought it would have been a bad taste.